Hi, this is Sue Gaskell, Sue Gaskell Barlow, and it's a few minutes of Christmas cheer. You're not seeing things. My earrings are flashing lights, my necklace is flashing lights, and I have in my hair these beautiful, beautiful feathers. And someone says, "You look like a Christmas tree." And I said, "Well, that's wonderful." Because what is Christmas to you? It's about joy. It's about peace. It's about love. And so, why would you not want to enjoy it? And some people said, "Don't you think that's a bit over the top?" And that was two people talking of me, didn't know I could hear. So I went up to them and I said, "Which bit?" And they went, and I said, "Which bit's over the top? What don't you like?" And they said, "Oh no, it's really nice, it's lovely." And I said, "Not what you do." And they said, "Well, no, only we think it's lovely that you're doing it." And things like that. Now, I wasn't dressed exactly as I am like now, and these are Christmas nails and Christmas toes, all glittery, and it's usually along this theme. And I was encouraged. I was so encouraged yesterday. I went to see a friend who's lives in a beautiful place, and it's a great big a retirement village where there's all sorts of different types of accommodation, and you are treated beautifully. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone's happy there, because of course you go there when you're in the autumn of your years. However, how you deal with the autumn of your years is something that nobody can do except you. And we've all done Christmases. This is my 71st, and it's a long journey. And you look back, and I share memories, I love doing that. And you look back over your journey, and you look at times when you realise, oh, I could have done that a bit different. And of course, you do what you can, when you can, with what you know. So I'm at this lovely place yesterday, meeting lots of new people. I've got a smile for everyone. Not everyone wants to give me a smile. And that's a good job. I don't give mine away to get one back. I just give mine away, and if somebody likes to accept it and smile themselves, I think that's a bonus. And so there I am, and my lovely friend that I went to see, who's just beginning to get used to a new way of life, she said, "Oh, there's a little show on in part of the place." So I said, "Oh, okay." And we were going for a walk around the beautiful, beautiful grounds, the gardens, and seeing how people decorate and make an effort at Christmas. And that's my point. Why don't we make an effort all year round, guys? Anyway, then we turned the corner, and there must have been 50 different old cars or lorries. There were Rolls Royces, they were down to the smaller Fiats, and some of them dating back 70, 80 years. I mean, really well looked after. And these beautiful people, out of the kindness of their heart, who own these vehicles and keep them in pristine condition, they take them round all the different places to give pleasure to other people. Well, it didn't end there, because you might say, well, why that story to do with all the lights that you've got on at the moment, Sue? And these are only a few. Because some of the cars, everyone was decorated. Some of them were decorated with baubles off the trees, some were decorated with garlands, some had got packs and packs of presents as though Santa was coming, and some had got great big teddy bears, and it just went on, ribbons and little stories. And that was in the Alzheimer's part of the rest home, where people who have no longer got access to now, and more, they can remember things that are way back and yet not in the moment. And I was privileged, and everybody was dressed up, by the way. There was Santas, there was Jolly Hollies, there was people dressed up from head to toe as holly, mistletoe and fairies, and this is adult men and women happily caring about other people and having a great time themselves. And then seeing the look, might only be for a moment if you've ever had anyone in your experience, family or friends, that you know have had and do struggle with this condition, their eyes lit up. Every now and then you saw somebody's eyes light up because you knew that they'd got the memory of that car was a car that they must have had when they were younger. And just in that moment, that's when you know they're still there. And that's why, if you have someone who is a bit slower at doing things, who struggles a bit, don't keep telling them, oh, you've forgotten that, or you've got this. That. Just be kind and realise that we all forget things. We all have moments. We call them senior moments. We have times when we think, what have I come in here for? So we go back to where we were to remember why we'd come in here. And then sometimes when you've gone back, you think, what have I come back here for? It's quite a journey. So don't add unkind things like, oh, you forgot again, because that's adding to the confusion, and that's not what they need. And it's not what we need. What we need to do is remember that person is still in there. And even though we have to grieve the loss of who they used to be, never forget that person is in there. And don't forget the person's in there when they still do have their faculties. And all that they have done is grown to 70 years of age or 75. And they're still out there, driving the cars, keeping up with technology. Respect them. Give them their due respect. And remember to ask Nana and Grandad, Grandma and Grandad. It's so easy to ask Google now. And so Nana and Grandad sometimes feel as though they have been made redundant. I'll tell you what, you'll hear more great stories if you listen from Nana and Grandad, and it'll give you some wisdom and insight. Lots of great insight. And I'll leave you with this. When I was 10, we had our first ever television. I'm one of 11 children. And the television man came in, and the aerial wouldn't work because it was really difficult those days. And half an hour later, I heard the man say, I might have to take it back. And my little heart fell. And then all of a sudden, the fizzing stopped and the television came on, and it was the Hartley's Jam advert. I'll never forget it. And so that's just one memory. And it was black and white. And the telly came on for 2 hours a day only. You haven't got a clue. Go and ask somebody and listen. Listen with heart ears, because they'll educate you. The elderly have an amazing role to play in life. Just remember, they matter, you matter, and let's enjoy this wonderful, wonderful season. Bye for now. This is Sue Gaskell on Sue's University of Life saying, I will speak to you soon.